Because marriage is a vocation, I think humility is certainly a virtue that one would want to bring to it. And the process of reflecting and trying to figure out, God, where am I at? Where do you want me to go from here? Who do you want me to walk that path with? I think that is a very humbling experience. To look back on one's dating history and to be honest about it and say, I wasted 5 years of my life with someone who I had no intention of marrying. Or I went out with somebody who was not good for me, who didn't raise me up, who didn't increase my faith, who didn't help me on my Christian walk. And to be honest with yourself about that. People say, I don't know what happened, somehow I'm just still single. I think if you actually are reflective about that, you'll be able to know exactly why you are still, seeking the vocation of marriage at a later stage in life. For someone who's never been married, probably about 5 years ago, I sat down with a blank legal pad and I wrote down the top 25 reasons why I had never married, and it was very revealing and it was very humbling. And I realized that I had made certain choices along the way, perhaps the choice of the profession that I decided to go into, the different work settings that I chose to be in, how I chose to spend my Saturday nights, during my 20s, what I chose to do did lead me to where I am. And I think that kind of honesty, that kind of self-reflection is where you have to begin, to understand how you are in the situation you're in. God has still got a plan for your life, even if you are in your middle years and still seeking the vocation of marriage. A verse of scripture that gives me great comfort is in Jeremiah, where God says, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you and not harm you, plans to give you hope and a future. And so I would suggest that people, have confidence in that and have peace about their situation. But they need to look backwards before they can look forward.